Everyone thinks Lake Como is where movie stars and billionaires buy summer homes, Bellagio villas, waterfront mansions, prices that end the conversation before it starts. But there's a completely different side of this lake that almost nobody is talking about. Pushed north, past the postcard towns, into the upper hamlets, and full ownership starts at 85,000 euros, $97,000. I found 7 amazing listings on one of the most famous bodies of water in Europe. And the strongest find on this list isn't the cheapest one. It's the last one. Our entry point into the ladder takes us to a traditional stone house in the historic hamlet of Cacera, perched directly above Verciana, listed at 85,000 euros, or roughly $97,878. Verciana sits terraced into the steep hillside above Domaso, stitched together by narrow cobblestone lanes that were laid out for foot and mule traffic long before automobiles ever existed. This upper stretch of Lake Como in Lombardy features deep, narrow waters flanked by dramatic mountain ridges. Life up here runs on a quiet, traditional rhythm. Laundry dries between wooden shutters, small neighborhood bars double as village squares, and the thick stone architecture was built centuries ago to hold heat through crisp alpine winters. This multi-level stone home is connected by a classic external stone staircase inside the historic village core. The ground floor houses 2 traditional stone-vaulted cellars and dedicated storage space. Climbing the exterior stairs to the first floor brings you to a proper kitchen equipped with an authentic fireplace, original Lombard terracotta tile flooring underfoot, and a private terrace opening out from the living area. The top floor holds 2 bedrooms and a full bathroom. The interior has been restored and is fully habitable, meaning you can move in immediately without managing a major construction project. The property sits on flat ground about 100 meters from free public parking with village shops, bars, and a local pizzeria 300 meters away, while the waterfront promenade down in Domaso is roughly a 20-minute walk down the hill. Moving up the price ladder brings us to the mountain town of Plesio for 89,000 euros, or roughly $102,484. For roughly $4,000 more than our first option, this property expands the floor plan dramatically to 160 square meters, or approximately 1,722 square feet. Plesio climbs the western slopes above the lake, consisting of small stone hamlets wrapped in dense chestnut forests, where the mountain views expand with every turn of the road. It offers a cooler, alpine environment during the hot summer months, with hiking trails leading directly into the high ridges behind the water. The architectural centerpiece of this home is a private balcony that frames direct views of the lake and the surrounding peaks. The lower level contains 3 cellar and storage rooms. The main living level on the first floor is immediately livable, featuring a bright living room, a kitchen, a bedroom, a full bathroom, and direct access to that scenic balcony. Up on the mezzanine level, you will find 2 additional rooms and a second bathroom, where structural plumbing and electrical connections are already roughed in, though final finishing work remains to be done. That unfinished upper space allows you to live comfortably on the main floor right away while finishing the extra bedrooms on your own schedule. Heating is currently supplied by a central fireplace with the option to connect to the village gas network. Pedestrian access through quiet village paths keeps the immediate surroundings private, while public parking, stores, restaurants, and bus stops sit within 100 to 300 meters. Shifting to a smaller, low-maintenance footprint, our third listing takes us to Gravedona ed Uniti, located about 2.5 kilometers from the shoreline, listed for 95,000 euros, or roughly $109,393. Gravedona ed Uniti sits along the northern arm of the lake, where the surrounding geography creates one of the mildest microclimates on Como. It functions as a working town rather than a tourist resort, complete with historic waterfront arcades, a ferry terminal used by local commuters, full-service grocery stores, and authentic piazzas. This compact detached home offers 50 square meters of interior space, or approximately 538 square feet. The appeal here centers on total simplicity and immediate ease of use. You get a private detached cottage with a clear lake view and dedicated parking situated roughly 10 meters from your front door. The interior layout features a bright living room with an integrated kitchen, 1 double bedroom, a bathroom, a private cellar, and a dedicated boiler room. The home is restored and fully habitable, offering an ideal turnkey retreat for anyone seeking a hassle-free mountain and lake home base without the burden of maintaining large grounds or managing ongoing renovations. For those seeking an authentic alpine escape, Our fourth property in San Siro presents a unique multi-building compound for €95,000, or roughly $110,000. Situated high above the water in the Monte di Trezione area, San Siro consists of scattered hillside hamlets on the lake's western shore. Monte di Trezione sits up in high alpine pasture country, where cool mountain air replaces lake humidity, and where traditional stone chalets were originally built as summer shelters for local herdsmen. Today, the area is crisscrossed by panoramic mountain trails that attract hikers and nature lovers. Instead of a single house, this property includes 3 separate stone chalets situated on a single private plot, complete with a 40 square meter garden, roughly 431 square feet, running between the structures. The primary chalet has been renovated and is immediately habitable, providing a move-in ready living space on day 1. The second chalet spans 2 floors and sits in a rustic, partially completed state, offering a strong structural shell that can be built out into guest quarters. The third chalet remains fully rustic, featuring a lower storage cellar and a top-floor workshop space. While there is currently no central heating system installed, something important to budget for, you gain 3 individual stone structures and sweeping mountain views for the price of a small studio apartment. Moving up the ladder, our 5th property in Musso is listed at €150,000, or roughly $173,000. Musso hugs a narrow stretch of the western shoreline, squeezed between deep water and dramatic limestone cliffs that rise nearly vertically behind the town. It maintains a quiet fishing village atmosphere with family-run trattorias, a small historic center, and incredible elevated views over the water. Spanning 152 square meters, or roughly 1,636 square feet, this property represents the classic restoration project on our list. The stone bones are impressive. Entering through a private internal courtyard, you find a small detached outbuilding that could easily convert into an outdoor summer kitchen. The ground level off the courtyard contains a living room, a separate kitchen, a bathroom, and a bedroom. An external staircase leads up to an independent second living space complete with its own kitchen, sitting room, a recently renovated bathroom, and a bedroom featuring direct lake views. The highlight of the home is a large panoramic terrace that overlooks both the lake and a generous private garden currently used as a vegetable plot. Backed by a basement cellar and private parking for 2 cars, this layout offers immense potential to create a multi-generational holiday retreat or 2 separate income-generating rental units once renovated. Heading into the hills above Bellagio, our 6th listing brings us to Grandola ed Uniti for €180,000, or roughly $208,000. While Bellagio is a vibrant lakeside hub with ferry lines connecting across to Bellagio and Verona, Grandola ed Uniti is a peaceful inland municipality of small hamlets in green farmland, tucked just behind the main shore. It opens toward the Swiss border, providing a tranquil rural atmosphere that sits only a 15-minute drive from the Bellagio waterfront. This home offers 90 square meters of built area, or roughly 969 square feet, with 80 square meters of usable interior floor space, approximately 861 square feet. The centerpiece of the home is a private, sunlit garden that captures direct views across the water toward Bellagio. The lower ground floor contains a bedroom and a fully equipped bathroom with direct access to a private courtyard. The main ground floor features a bright living lounge, a kitchen, and a second bathroom with dedicated laundry space. A cozy mezzanine level above adds a sleeping area and a quiet relaxation nook. The property is in good condition, completely move-in ready, and accessed via a peaceful pedestrian-only village street that keeps all vehicular traffic far away from your garden. Closing out our roundup, our final property puts us directly on the water in Domaso for €310,000, or roughly $358,000. Domaso is famous as the sailing and windsurfing capital of the upper lake, thanks to the consistent thermal winds that blow down the northern waters every afternoon. The town features a long lakefront promenade, vibrant cafes, boat launches, and historic stone streets. Situated right along the lakefront road, the Statale Regina, this semi-detached home offers a generous 208 square meters of space, or roughly 2,239 square feet. The property has been carefully renovated throughout. The raised ground floor opens with an entrance hall, a full bathroom, a spacious living area, a modern kitchen, a utility room, and 2 separate private gardens positioned on opposite sides of the house, allowing you to enjoy both morning and afternoon sun. The upper floor contains 3 bedrooms, one with a private balcony overlooking the scenery, a second bathroom, and a walk-in closet space. Downstairs holds a large storage cellar. By the end of the year, 2 dedicated private parking spaces will be deeded to the property, which is a massive asset along the lakefront. The flexible layout also offers the clear potential to be divided into 2 independent apartments for high-yield vacation rentals. Looking back across the entire board, the value options on Lake Como are remarkable. If you want the lowest entry price with 0 renovation required, the stone house in Cacera for €85,000 offers an incredible historic foothold. If you want maximum interior space for your investment, the Plesio home delivers 160 square meters of mountain view living. If total privacy and land potential are your priority, the 3 Siro chalets offer a unique mountain compound setup. For those looking to build equity through a custom restoration, the Musso property provides a large courtyard and garden footprint. And for true waterfront living, the Domaso home delivers an immediate lakefront lifestyle with private gardens and parking. Purchasing property in Italy requires proper due diligence. Always verify registration documents, account for notary fees, land registry taxes, and translation services, which typically add roughly 10 to 12% to the purchase price. Properties at these price points move quickly, but they demonstrate that owning a genuine piece of Lake Como is far more attainable than most people imagine.